again, Matt Morris, mattmorris.com. We're running a few errands here. Just had a thought pop in my mind, so I thought I would hop on here and share it with you guys. Relating to building leaders, if there's one thing I have been blessed to do, it has been to help facilitate the creation of leaders. I don't ever claim to have created leaders myself, but I've been involved in the facilitation process for sure, and really all boiled down to incredible mentorship that I received early on in my career in network marketing. And so I'll share a couple things with you. And I just thought about how it relates to children. My daughter had done an overnight stay with one of her friends, and they were riding a little scooter, like a Vespa kind of thing. And immediately in my mind, I'm like, oh no, she could get injured. But I held myself back. I didn't say that. And I was like, awesome. How fast did you go? And she's like, oh, it went like 15 miles an hour. And I'm like, cool, go for it. Right. And, you know, I think there's so many parents out there that would be crazy scared to have their 10-year-old riding a, motorized vehicle. And it definitely, the protective father in me felt that for a minute. But one of the things that, quote that always comes to mind, my good friend Mark Gazzetta, incredible trainer, he says that we train our children to leave us. Now, my kids are 10, 9, and 6, and so they're not going to leave me for a while, but I'm sure it's going to come up a lot faster than I could imagine. And so my parenting style is a lot like my leadership style in network marketing. And it is never being a crutch, never enabling, never doing something for them that they can do themselves. And I will tell you, I'm incredibly guilty of doing that as a parent, doing things for them that they can do themselves. In fact, with my son, we all kind of do it. He's the baby, right? He's 6, and his sisters are very loving and nurturing. And so they're going to get him water and sandwiches and all kinds of stuff because they want to take care of him, right? And so what I notice about him compared to my oldest daughter, as an example, where I was more mindful of having her do it herself, is as of now she's a lot more independent. Maybe he'll I'm sure will adjust things and will make him a little more independent. But let's see, in relating to network marketing, if you look at network marketing leaders, there is the mother hen philosophy where you have leaders who want to protect their organization, and they'll call customer service for people in their organization or for new people on the team because they don't want their new rep to have to sit on the phone for 30 minutes or figure it out on themselves. And I've just always been of the nature of, you've got to do it yourself, because if something like that, if a little bit of a challenge blows them out in the beginning, they're going to get blown out eventually. And it's one of those things where my mentor, I was afraid of public speaking, like really afraid of public speaking. And I didn't want to do it at all. And he forced me to do it before I was ready. He was like, you're going to speak tomorrow night. And I said, no, I'm not. He said, yes, you are. And he's like, you're coachable, right? And that was the one thing. I had to be coachable, so I had to take his mentorship. And I did it. And you know what happened? I sucked, but I got through it, and I did it again and again and again, and eventually became a good speaker. But had he not pushed me, I would have stayed in my cocoon. And so think about the ways, if you're in network marketing, and if you're a parent, I definitely don't claim to be the best parent in the world, but have some pretty amazing kids, so, proud of them. But what are the ways that you're keeping them in a cocoon? Think about that for a minute. What are the ways that you're keeping them in a cocoon? Whether it's your kids, whether it's your distributors, now, are you telling your people never do a presentation without an upline present? I mean, that's one of the things that I've coached on. It's always better to have 2 people doing a presentation than 1, and it is. So 2-on-1 is better than 1-on-1. And the old thing was, if you have 2 heads going like this and 1 head going like this, the 2 heads going like this, override the energy of the person going like this, and these 2 heads get this person to go like this, right? And so it's the unfair advantage. It works for sure. Here's where people keep their people in a cocoon, is when they say, never do a presentation, never do a call without an upline present, never do it unless you can do a three-way, and you absolutely cripple. Now, you can build a team of a few hundred people. I had someone reaching out. They were arguing with me on this point, and I happen to know the size of their team. They got a few hundred people in their group. And I'm like, you got a few hundred. You've had some success. And you can do that with a few hundred, but you're never going to have tens of thousands, because you're not going to build amazingly strong leaders by making them have a crutch with them. Okay? Top leaders aren't doing that all the time. They have the confidence to do it themselves. And so push your people to step out. Push your people to do presentations before they're ready to do presentations. Okay? Push your people to do three-way phone calls for you. Okay? If you've got a prospect, call someone in your downline and have them do a three-way phone call for you. So that's what my mentor did with me. He was training me. He was building my leadership early on. And it's funny with parenting, I see parents all the time. We're at the park or wherever it may be, and they're telling their kid's climbing a tree, and they're like, be careful, be careful. I'm the opposite. I'm like, go higher, go higher. And they're like, don't jump off of that. I'm like, how far can you jump off? Now, my philosophy, and like, I want to protect my kids, obviously, but I would actually rather my child get hurt a little bit and be amazingly confident than keep them in a cocoon forever and make them believe they can't do anything. So it's the same way with building leaders in network marketing. Be careful about cocooning people, because it enables them and it makes them have a crutch forever. I am amazingly thankful that I had to step out and do it on my own early on, because it built leadership. So that's the message for the day. I am back to Aaron running. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, hop over to mattmorris.com, put your name and email address in. You'll get my 5-day free video series on going from amateur to professional in network marketing, and you will get subscribe to the most valuable newsletter in network marketing. You'll have weekly tips delivered to your inbox that will definitely be of major, major value for you. And listen, if you feel like this can add some value to some others, definitely hit the share button. Thanks so much. Love you guys. Take care.